You're fighting a dude that fought John Duma.
Yeah, his kid's like pretty legit. Like he was 3-1 before he fought Duma.
Let me get your poster up there.
Pretty legit.
Burhan's is Burhan's, right? Zach Burhan's.
Yeah, New York.
Yeah, he's a legit dude. So
that's
what I'm
saying. He like lanky? He's got some.
I go out there finish this kid, bro. I don't want to hear anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna, like that's it. Like I'll take the next step every single time. And like I fought like Giannis. No, I fought Fuller, which is like whatever, like my pro debut. Then I fought Giannis. You know what I mean? Who's like, Kid Moyes fought him, Cupcakes. You know what I mean? I was. You know what I mean? I go out there. Did what I was supposed to do to him. Mm-hmm. Now, Burhan's is someone that, you know, I mean, Andy, who's a legit prospect, went to a decision. I think he dominated the fight. Then you got Duma finish him in the second round. He gave Duma a pretty decent fight, but Duma finished him in the second. Yeah. So, like, the kid's pretty tested. I think he wrestled, too. I'm not even sure, but...
has he been active? Like, when was his last fight? Do we know?
I think it was like 6 months ago he fought.
Oh, all right, cool.
I think he was supposed to fight in a CS card and he got injured or something.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Nordby, and then Nordby ended up getting bumped to fight Gravely. Remember that?
I think that was back then?
I think even more recent.
Really?
He was supposed to fight and he
because Nordby and Gravely fought a little while ago.
Yeah, that was beginning of summer maybe. Yeah. I think when they fought. Yeah.
All right, so there's film on him and stuff like that. Do you guys study him or do you go in there?
Like this is probably one of the first fights that like I don't study guys. Like I focus on myself. Like I think it's like a famous thing. Like kind of quote in fighting. Like Dillashaw says all the time. Like if you focus on that person, you kind of like decrease the kind of your skill because you're like focusing on them. Like I focus like what I bring to the table, and what I bring to the table is like much I think different than anybody else. So I'm gonna focus on what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? So it's like with him, but this is the first camp like I've been working with obviously my coach Brian, but even with Greg Rebello, you know what I mean? Just like specific stuff I see, and like kind of like a formula for him and like what like specific to him and like how I'm gonna break him down and get the finish. You know what I mean? It's like I don't focus too much on him, but I know where I'm gonna like I see like holes, and then I know what my style. It's a big. He's someone I can really show up on. You know, like I can really just use my skills against. Like he's pretty legit. He's pretty game. But I just think in every like I'm always gonna be one step ahead. You know what I mean? He's gonna see that.
No, I would. He's definitely. You know, you talked about. You know, if you finish this guy, out there, no one can say anything because you stepped up and you know.
And I'm gonna keep stepping up. Not even just him, dude. I have an idea. Like me and my coach already have an idea for the next one.
Yeah.
And the next one, like I'm going right through. I know I gotta focus on this guy. I know that.
Yeah.
But I was like I'm just saying it's like every fight is gonna be a step up. I was never gonna be a guy that just fought Canes. Like every fight, I have one of the best managers in the game. Every fight's a step up. You know what I mean? And I just keep building me. And next thing you know, I'm in the UFC. You know what I mean? I just gotta we'll fight by fight, but you gotta step up every single time.
This is your third pro training camp. So what's it like? The progression and being part of that, man.
I feel like it's like a cheat code, man. Like I'm progressing so much faster. Like than a lot of people, and I'm only 21, so the room I have to like cover to work with kind of guys like that. By the time I'm 26 years old, I could be like, who knows how good I can be. You know what I mean? Seeing guys like Rob and Calvin, like you spar with them, or you just when they even just drill on each other, I kind of just like I'll do my thing. I'm warming up, yeah, but I'm paying close attention to them the whole time. Like I know I could like literally just watch them and I could just pick something up like that, like they're doing. I'm like. When you go with those kind of guys, you can feel how good they are. You know what I mean? And that's like the biggest thing. Rob tells me all the time, you're gonna learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean? Because obviously he's one of the best in the world, but he made some mistakes and stuff like that, and things people don't even hear of. It's like in the gym. He tells me all the time, you're gonna learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean? So having that type of like knowledge and experience around me, and never mind top off like the top 10 in the world on ESPN. Like, come on, bro. Like that's like I can only do wonders for me. A kid my age, anyway. Like it's nuts.
You're in the gym all the time.
Yeah, I don't it's pretty much like every single day I train.
You just turned 21?
Just turned 21.
Fuck yeah!
Right. I've been and like even like
you've been what?
No, not like that. Like I'm kind of like it's like full time. Like I train and stuff like that, but it's like treating it like it's not just I don't even want to treat it like a job, man. Like I'm getting to do it's a privilege. I get to do what I want. Like you know what I mean, like what I love. It's like I saw like this is my work, but it's not really my work because that's like the idea ever since I got into this is like. One day I'm gonna make a life for myself without ever working a job. You know what I mean? Ever since I was a kid, I worked my ass off. I sacrificed everything. So I'm gonna have the life. Fighting's gonna give me everything. I say that all the time. You know what I mean? So it's like pursuing this full time. I have a different focus than everybody else. You know what I mean? I can cover that ground faster when he has to worry about getting up in the morning, and going to work, and that should. You know what I mean? I have training partners that work full time. Like I mean, Aaron works. Like he tells me all the time how it can weigh on you.
Jorgen.
Already. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like little part time things. Like here and there, but like that's why like I'm young, so I have the privilege to I don't have kids, I don't have a wife, I don't have a house, I don't have to provide for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I can just focus on myself.
Excellent, man. Well, he's way
Much
farther than as far as everything in the mind and just you've been in it your whole life basically, and first amateur ever signed by Top Game, which is big. I mean, they go after amateur, so that opens the door for other top amies in the game. I mean, Top Game's killing it. Look at all the fighters they got on them. Not only in the UFC, they're fighting for Bellator. They're fighting fucking all over. CES, Case Titans. They got a bunch of fighters in there, man. All right.
So in terms of like you were talking about like professionalism, like a guy like Randy Costa, who like he got a very good opportunity to jump in the UFC. Is that like I call it the Randy rub? Do you guys get a little Randy rub? From just like it's a little joke, but like his like straight professionalism. He approaches it like it's a 9-to-5 job for him when he's putting in overtime.
It's like always being ready to go, dude. You can't be like right now he's on vacation. It's like he just so he's like a week or two, but like he gets right back to work. Like it's like you got to be in the gym all the time. An opportunity is always gonna be like an opportunity is always there, man. Like I don't ever want to be not in shape. Like I'm always in shape. My metabolism's pretty fast anyway, but I don't ever get chubby or fat. Like I don't do that. Like you know what I mean? Always staying in shape, always staying ready. That's like not even like Lozon. That's something he always said. Jorgen, because Jorgen used to also train at Lozon, does now too. And Lozon used to always tell Jorgen that stay in shape. An opportunity could come up any moment. So it's kind of like if you're not doing that, bro, you're a professional fighter. If you're not doing that, I think you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like how are you trying to get to the next level and you're not even ready all the time? The UFC don't give a shit when you're ready. You got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? It's like why wouldn't you be ready? It's just so stupid. Yeah. It's not. Those guys get broken. You know what I mean? The guys who train all year round. You know what I mean? Obviously, consistently getting better. Those guys get broken down. They get left behind. You know what I mean? You can't do that anymore. Yeah. So no. Exactly. Training all like you don't have to fight all the time. That's the thing. Yeah. Because when you're in training camp, Tommy always says this to us too. Like when you're in training camp, you're just you're just refining the skills you got. Yeah. You know what I mean? When you're out of training camp, really is like when you get better. You can do both.
And like you're talking about when you were like you watched the fight, like when you're not specifically getting ready for your fight, you have time to like.
Yeah,
pick things up just by watching.
Yeah, I can kind of like get better at other things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so important to like see something like all right, I'm gonna get better. It's like Rob does that a lot. Rob will like you see he starts to do something in sparring. It's like damn, he's really trying to get better at that one thing. He doesn't focus. He probably still wins the round because he's just that good. But like he doesn't focus on winning the round. He's literally doing like one thing the whole round. He's like and he learned it on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like. It's like you got to have that type of mindset where you're improving all the time. Well, even in camp too. It's harder.
Like the body, just it's already knows what it has the ability to do it. It just putting it in there. You got to drill, and your body just goes through.
Yeah, that's one thing I learned too. Is like the Ma, like how much they drill is insane.
Yeah,
it's like before I even told this, it was like last year. Rob like beat the shit out of me. Right, I had one of the worst days of my life, and like afterwards I realized I'm like when I was in there I was overthinking. Like he explained the whole thing to me like. Drilling all the time. You watch Rob and Calvin drill. It's like they're like in fight motion for 5 rounds, but like obviously they're not trying to beat each other. They're just getting better. Like it's so smooth, man. Like and when you do that shit in the gym, that's when it comes out. It's just you're just flowing, dude. You're like in your little flow state. Like you watch Calvin fight. That dude, Rogan said one time like, I think the best way to describe Calvin as like a fighter and stuff, professional. Like he's exciting as shit. Yeah. He really is. And he's fun to like listen to, and he's fun to watch fight. But he's a professional. He does everything right when he's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like it's a big.
And it's that flow you talk about. It's just like
dude, he's like because he's done it like one of his interviews I was watching. He was like, I'm just ready to hit the patterns I've been training for 6 weeks. He's not focusing on what this guy's gonna bring. He's like Tyson comes up with a formula.
Yeah.
They drill it for 6 weeks, and Calvin's ready. He makes his adjustments, but he flows and he does what he was trained to do. You know what I'm saying? It's literally. People need to realize it's literally like you got to give up all of that to your coaches. You know what I mean? Tyson told me that. Like, it's like I'm young, so sometimes I can be all over the place.
Yeah.
But he's like, dude, just listen to your coaches because at the end of the day, they're gonna push you in the right ways. And when you're in there, it's like a controller in a video game, dude. That's how it should be.
Yeah,
like,
that's how it should come out.
You should have that kind of trust in your coaches.
Yeah.
You shouldn't 1 second do this, and you overthink it for a second. That second could cost you the fight. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust your coaches.
How are you going to win this fight? I mean, you're looking for a finish, of course, because,
bell to bell.
Yeah. How are you going to win this fight? You know your fighter.
Yeah.
Third time in there. You're running through people. How are you going to win this fight, Mitch?
It comes down to, like, I saw a post Case Titans made. It was like, his will to win is kind of like, he's pretty legit, but his will, he's a pretty tough kid. And I think that's the thing about me that people don't realize. Like, I'm not, like, you see these kids all the time, and, like, yeah, I mean, I get a lot of likes on my Instagram, too, but, like, I ain't doing it for that. Like, you know what I mean? I want this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So in there, when people say, oh, he's tough, like, I don't give a shit. I'm tough. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna go, and it's like it's gonna just be a clear thing of whose skills are better. Like this is a perfect fight. And I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna showcase. I'm one step ahead. Like I belong at the highest level. And it's gonna be clear. If I get there in 3-4 years, okay, I'm cool with it. I get there. People get to the UFC and they're 26, and they think it's early. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so far ahead of the game. But it's just me going out there showing people how good I am, and at the end of the day, his toughness don't matter because at the end of the day, he don't want it like I do. You know what I mean? That's my job, is just take it. That's what I do, and that's the difference in these fights. And I told people, everyone wanted to complain about my amateur career, dude. And I just want to say this right now, dude. Like, I was still, people used to talk their shit, and I was still the most watched prospect on every single card. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I told people, he told me, like, as time goes on, you're gonna see more and more, and that's what you're seeing now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually. Man, it's like I hit puberty like this year or some shit. Like, and I'm like, actually, like, I feel like I'm growing up I'm growing into my body. I feel like more calm. I know my style, exactly what it is. And like that scrappiness is coming out in the cage. Like, I'm from bell to bell, I'm taking you out. You know what I mean? I'm going to break you down with my skills. That's what people want to see. You know what I mean? They're going to see my passion when I fight. You know what I mean? Like, I'm smart. I do that, but I'm coming after you. And like, from bell to bell, I'm going to show you I want it. He can bring it all he wants. So that's cool. And then that's what fighting's about. You know what I mean? But I want it bad, like, worse than he does, and everyone knows that.